Welcome in. We're going to deep dive and dissect your psychological to stay at the forefront of your emotional state. And it looks like you've reached a full cycle. So, congratulations. The lessons are complete. You can take a deep breath and drop into your body. You are ready to advance forward. One thing that I got is I often open a book to, before the session just to sort of make sure that I know what kind of intention is Spirit trying to deliver in this moment. How can I serve in this moment? And the first thing I did was I looked at the date, which is 6/20/2026. That is equaled to the number 8. So that tells me that there's a full cycle complete. And then I have this book. It's called Psychic Powers. It's such a cool book. This was a beautiful gift somebody gave me. But it also says, it gives me an opportunity to look at all of these multidimensional senses inside of our bodies. And each one of those senses unravels layers of insight. It's like body language. So, like, how we learn how to speak sign language? Well, this is psychic energy helps you to tune into every movement of an individual's body. And so I interpret and translate energy through not only inner knowing, but I can also see movement. Like, I can look at somebody's feet and I can tell what they're energetically delivering, whether it's confidence or shyness. If their feet are turned in, it's often shyness. So if you look at somebody's body language, you can tell like what is going on under the surface. And so this is multisensory. This is referred to as multisensory perception, in which all of our senses work together to provide us with a complete picture of what is going on in our environment. And so let's just say, for instance, you're here today, you came in, you found this video, and so I just want to deliver confirmation and validation. Your psychic energy is upgrading, new gifts are coming in and activating, and that can be very impactful to the nervous system because your sensitivity is heightened and you're starting to notice things you didn't notice before. So just be aware of that, observe that, witness that. It's not a matter of reacting to it. Our psychic energy, when it first comes in, it can feel scary, urgent, and it could make you feel like you're in a hurry. So you really understand that psychic energy is just amplifying your human experience. It's upgrading your senses so that you can feel everything. We didn't come here to suppress our senses. We came here to amplify them. And then at the bottom of this deck, it says the womb. So you are currently in this womb, and Spirit is birthing you into the world in a whole new way. And so if you are feeling that hypersensitivity and you are feeling impacted, like it's almost like you start hearing thoughts of other people. You start smelling, tasting, feeling. I think the beginning, when my nervous system started to upgrade and ascend, I was hypersensitive, and it was all I could do to kind of regulate myself. And so I had to go get my first Reiki session blew the top off my crown. I opened me up in ways I could never, Reiki is the most powerful modality on the face of the planet, and it amazed me how regulated I felt. And I rode that wave for a while. I didn't let go of that wave of energy. Because you don't know what you don't know until you know. And I can tell you this, that energy that I was feeling with that dysregulation could have catapulted me into a doctor's office and put me on all kinds of medications, but really my body was just upgrading. It was ascending, evolving, ready to release what wasn't serving it, but I was holding on with for dear life. And so when I had that Reiki session, it put me in the frequency of love, relaxation. I could breathe again. I could feel good again. And just so you know, like supernaturally, we are not separate. You are experiencing that beautiful auric field right now, right here in this moment. So I do encourage you to take a deep breath, relax into this reading, feel into this reading. Okay. I brought only one deck today too, which is the archetypical deck. So we're just sort of looking at what Spirit wants to deliver. The healer. You are this healer. Your spiritual gifts are upgrading. So you got clairvoyance, hearing, or as you begin to see, that's clairvoyance. Hear, clear audience. Feel is clear sentience. Taste, known as clear gustrance, which is the ability to taste a substance without putting anything in one's mouth. Or even smell, clairlance, with your inner senses. You may discover that they reflect your outer senses. The word clear comes from the French language and means clear. Very cool. Clear gustance. So, tasting things that you're not putting in your mouth. Hearing things that aren't really in the room physically. Seeing things that are not sitting in front of you physically, right? So all of these senses are activating within you. Your healer is being initiated. The healer within. I pulled the womb again. You saw me just shuffle that deck. So the healer, you're in the womb. This is a metamorphosis. Oh my gosh, the destroyer is here. So that means in this womb, anything that's not serving the highest timeline, the highest version, is being destroyed. I always say this is sort of ego proclamation. This is the point at which you realize how valuable your life is, how amazing you are, your essence. You are medicinal. You are medicine. Thanatos. The eternal child. Your inner child, the archetypical inner child is being activated. Spirit is asking you to be curious, open your mind, expand your reach, get yourself out of your comfort zone. It's the only way to upgrade your nervous system, right? Like, we do exactly the thing we shouldn't do, like isolate ourselves, hide, avoid, resist. And that's all keeping your nervous system compounded. So you do have to expose yourself. You need to reach out, become a part of a community in some way. Human touch, human exposure. I know that when I first started doing my Reiki practice, I could only work with one or two people at a time. I was in such a hypersensitive mode. Connecting to someone was debilitating, created paralysis in some way, didn't want to move, couldn't understand and translate the energy that was being transmuted through my body. All I knew is I just needed to rest all the time. So slowly but surely, I started integrating more clients, working with more energy. Now I'm unaffected. I am completely clear of all the energy. And I know that seems radical, but I started working with 10 to 15 clients weekly, different clients weekly. I was pulling in 10 to 15 clients, and that was building upon building upon building a nervous system that could contain and transmute energy quickly. So accelerated communication was coming in, and I realized that what it was the brain. The brain is very magnetic, and if you think the thought, the thinking is what's exhausting. So once you stop that thought, if I can have a thought, I also don't have to have a thought. And whoever's sitting in front of me right now, I don't have to think about once I walk away from them. I don't need to talk about them. I don't need to think about them. It was just a crossing. So remember, when you come into contact with people, there's no reason to linger in that energy. Just detach. It's all about detachment. So again, the cycle is complete. I just pulled the dead end. It's one of my favorite cards to pull in this archetype deck. It just means you've accomplished, you've achieved, and now it's time to metamorphosize. And so really that's what you're doing. You are in the metamorphosis, full cycle, ready to complete, ready to initiate, ready to activate the inner self, which is pretty awesome. Look at all the colors. It's so quiet. You're at the threshold. Look at you standing at the threshold. Go ahead and jump. It's safe to jump. It's okay. You can jump. You are the medallion. You are the gift. You are valued, seen, loved, supported. Your spirit guides are surrounding you, just waiting for you to tell them what you need. What do you need? Ooh, I like the comic. Spirit's like, make sure there's a little humor, curiosity. Maybe redefine the stories that are running through. The flame. Look at, so you're ascending, the flame is ascending to the top of the mountain. Your devotion to the self. You're standing at that threshold. The eternal child, look. The eternal child is activating. All the colors, all your chakras are lit up. Destroyer's a big deal. Remember, this is proclamation of your life. You came here to live. You came here to be alive. Clarity is coming in. Oh, look, the king. And I love that. So this could be your masculine energies coming in. Eternal child, the masculine, the king. The box, the container at which you heal, is the Merkaba star, part of this village. So this is really good. So how you interpret this information depends on what your brain knows and how conscious you are of experiences you have had. The level of your personal awareness, understanding all the data of your experience, how you interact with life, seems to be an important factor in how your brain interprets information. So remember to keep a journal of your psychic journey. At the very least, it will help you build your own dictionary of interpretation. At the very best, it will assist and enrich your personal growth as you develop your psychic abilities. So, your psychic abilities are amplifying. Your full cycle, so you're stepping into initiation. Your nervous system is upgrading, and you will start to experience. Oh, look at that! This just fell out of my book. Feel the goosebumps, as this is pure resonance. That literally just fell out of this book. Good stuff. All right. It's an honor to be here. I love you so much. And I will see you in the next video. Mwah.